Hello, fellow green thumb gardeners. Uh, I gotta say this though. I saw a pot the other day at the garden store, and I thought it was hilarious. It said, "I'm sexy and I grow it." So as I'm working in the garden, as I'm planting all this stuff here in the Gregory Boys Homestead front yard garden, I'm singing to myself, "I'm sexy and I grow it, grow it. I'm sexy and I grow it. I'm sexy and I grow it." So we grow it all, baby doll. And today we're going to talk about grafting apple trees. I've never grafted apple trees before. Hopefully this works. Please tell me in the comments what I'm doing wrong. I figure, what's the worst case that'll happen? It just doesn't work, and then I have to buy, say the whole tree dies. I just buy another tree. The little ones are about 30, 40 bucks or something like that. I promised my son, Grayson, that I would live forever. So I figure, I'll just hang around until his dying day, and then I can kick the bucket. But until then, I've got a lot of years where I can practice grafting apple trees. Now, I'm a big fan of Johnagold Johnagold apples. I mean, they're freaking delicious. And I like pink ladies, and I like Honeycrisp. So, I bought a pink lady tree. It's easy enough to find. I bought a Honeycrisp tree. It's easy enough to find. And I bought a White Flowering Crabapple tree. Planted that in the yard maybe about a year and a half ago. Now, there's 3 trees that I can mix and match graft. What I could not find is Johnagold trees. So last year, in the fall of last year, we're talking, let's see, it is May. It's Mother's Day right now, May 15th of 2023. So in the fall of 2022, during You Pick Apple Trees, I went to a friend's apple orchard, and I took little snippets of branches of his apple trees. So I walked around, and I'm a little bit, so I have maybe a sensitive palate, and I would eat an apple off a tree, and then I would take the small ones, so to medium-sized ones, and I would eat it, and then I would maybe go to another one, and I ate maybe like 10 apples that day until I found a tree that I thought was delicious. And there is differences, believe it or not, from one tree to the next. At least I could tell. And when I found a tree that had delicious apples on it, and I tried, once I found a tree that I liked, I tried I stood there and ate 3-4 apples off of the tree, and all of them were delicious. I took my my clippers, and I cut branches off. So I cut 6 branches off because I planned on having all 3 of these trees: the flowering crabapple, the honeycrisp, and the pink lady tree. Oh yeah. So there's my pink lady, there's my honeycrisp. And I got these clips. So I've already grafted 2 of them on. Here in a second, I'll go through the grafting process so you can see how I'm doing it, and you can tell me what I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing anything wrong, or congratulate me on a successful graft and watch my apples grow. I don't know. Let's find out. But as you can see here, let me turn this around. I just pulled these apple branches. I stored them in a trash bag, and I wrapped the trash bag up, and I put them in my refrigerator right up against the freezer wall. So they were probably like 32 to 34 degrees all winter long. So we're talking about like September until just today, and there is still flexibility, lots of flexibility. These feel like they're still on the tree, flexible, like they feel like they were just now taken off the tree. I don't know how well, if the focus is working or not, but so what we got here, I'll show you what we got. Where is one Johnagold apple branch? So here is a Johnagold apple branch that I have grafted on. That one's maybe like 12 inches long. I did see on Google where it said to use shorter, but I'm trying it long. This one's maybe about 10 inches long Johnagold apple branch that I have grafted on, and you can see it's flexible as could be. It's still like it's right on a tree. Over here I have the white flowering crabapple that I just put on here. Leaves are starting to sag, so I did read on Google that you're supposed to leave like 50% of leaves on there. Let's see if that works, if that, you know, sucks water, moisture up through here. Here's the graft on it. Ooh, it's grafty. Oh, I'm so crafty. Let's see, here's a Honeycrisp branch, and there's my graft wrap. Where's another Honeycrisp? There's my other Honeycrisp. I even left a little bouquet on top, but I did cut the apples off. So this tree has 2 Johnagolds, flowering crabapple, white flowering crabapple, and 2 Honeycrisps. I have not grafted anything onto the Honeycrisp yet, and I think I've done 1 graft to the peach tree, is what you see right now. The white flowering crabapple's on the other side. But, so now I'm going to go through the grafting process, and let me know what you think. If this works, it's going to be super cool. I'm going to have a pink lady tree that has 2 Honeycrisp branches, 2 Johnagold branches, and 2 white flowering crabapple branches. That Honeycrisp tree will have 2 pink lady, it will have 2 Johnagold, and 2 white flowering crabapple. And then I gotta find a spot because they're still in planters. So I gotta find a spot for those. And then my white flowering crabapple out front will have 2 Johnagold, 2 Honeycrisp, and 2 pink lady branches. I think it's gonna be pretty cool if it all works. Okay, let's go through the grafting process. All right, well, I'm trying to video record this all by my lonesome. So I got one hand holding the camera, and the other hand is going to be doing the work here. So bear with me. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some scissors, and I'm finding me a branch that that looks somewhat healthy, but maybe, I don't know, goes off to the side. Like I'm wanting to, seeing as how there'll be 6 grafts on this, trying to do like far corners, kind of like lug nuts on a truck wheel, opposite sides. So on this one right here, where is it? There it is. Focus. Is it going to focus? There we go. So you can see that node right there. And then the next one is like down here. So I'm going to cut this like right below that node. And then that way I'll have this much distance before the next one, and I won't have any kind of knots or whatever. So I'm just going to snip that. And where is the snip that I just snipped? Right there. So that's the one that I just snipped. Here is the branch. I dropped it off over here. It's just going to sit there for a second. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my handy dandy red knife. I like to get red tools because my dad was a big fan of red and kind of miss him. Ooh, excuse me. I had to change the camera location so I could cough all over you. I'm going to take this here. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. Can I do it all at once? So what I'm going to do is take this utility knife and I'm going to slice down a little bit here. I'm not going to be able to video record it, but I'm going to slice down to about right there. And then I'll be right back. And you can see here that I've got it down sliced about that far right there. So as I take this knife back out, you can kind of see the slice, how far down it's going. Try to spread it open a little bit. You saw it when I had the knife in there. So it's going down about 1 inch. I'm going to come over here to my Johnagold branches, and down here is where I cut it off at the apple orchard. But I'm going to come all the way up to like about right in here, halfway up. And this is maybe 16, 18 inches long, but I'm going to cut it all the way up here with my scissors, and then I'm going to create like an arrowhead at the bottom of it. And let me show you what that looks like here in a second. Here you can see the final length of it. compared to the rest of them that were all about the same. This is the length that I'm going with, and it's probably like about 6 or 7 inches long, maybe it's knocking on 8. But look how sharp that is. Oh, that's sharp. Oh, that's sharp. Look at that. You can stab something with that. All right, now I'm gonna take this sharp thing, and I've got a shot glass here. And tell me if you can tell what shot glass that is. Where did I get that shot glass? I can't let you read it the front ways because they'll probably have to bill me for that or something, but I've got honey in there. I'm gonna get a bunch of honey all over it. All right, let me get honey all over it. I'll be right back. Alrighty, you can see a little drip of honey on it right there. Now that tree branch is delicious. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna smear it all over that open part right there. That entire cut area is going to be smeared with honey, and then I'm going to try to, with one hand, oh, I did it, slide that down in there, and I'm going to smear that honey all around before it drips. Drippy drips, drippy drip drip drip. Little happy little tree. We're going to put a happy little tree off in the distance. All I need is an afro, and I could start a painting show from the 1970s or something. Whatever. When was Bob Ross alive? All right, so you can see there. Where is. Try to focus. That thing is right down in that gash. All right. Now this is really going to be the hard part because it takes 2 hands. Let me see if I can prop up the camera. There we go. All right, so I got my roll of grafting tape here, and I don't know what makes this stuff magical because it was pretty expensive when I bought it. It was like last fall, because last fall I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get everything ahead of time. But I'm gonna take probably like that much, and I'm just gonna slice it off. But they call it grafting tape. It isn't sticky at all. Like it does not stick. There is no stickum on this. Right there is our grafting branch. You can see how it's kind of wide like that. You got the darkness right there. I'm going to start out just a couple light wraps. Not even going to pull it tight. Not even going to pull it tight. One more time. Now I'm going to start pulling it tight. You might not be able to tell, I'll have to get a close up, but as you pull it tight, it changes color a little bit and it gets a little lighter. And as I'm coming up higher, I'm slowly doing like a spiral, kind of like a barber's pole, you know, like the red and white barber advertisement signs. Start to slide up over top of the grafting spot. And you can see, I think it's really pronounced now. You can see how that big lip is right there. So I'm going to come back down. I'm going to come back down, and then I'm going to come up one more time. And we'll zoom right to that, or we'll move forward to that. All right, there we go. So you can see where the notch is, where the union is right there. And I'm going to take this last little bit that is left over. I'm going to stretch it out really good. I'm going to tie a knot in it. I'm going to try to tie a knot in it. There we go. Voila! There we go. That's the finished product. It's starting to get dark, so I don't know if you're able to see it so well, but that is it. There's some light on the subject. And there's the entire branch. And there we have it. We have successfully grafted. Now I don't know if it's going to take. I suppose we'll find out soon enough here in a couple months. Probably even less than that. Probably just a month's time we'll find out. Be sure to subscribe and click the thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. All that sweet jazz. Say hi to Kitty. Kitty meow meow. That's Kitty meow meow. That's Kitty 2.0. Kitty 2.0. Kitty meow meow. He is not impressed with grafting, but I am. The one tree, the pink lady, is fully grafted. The Honeycrisp tree has its first graft. You just walked through that with me. Reward myself with a delicious beverage. I had to cover up the name because of YouTube would slam me for some kind of it is not safe for children to watch type thing, and who knows what would happen. I'd probably get banned knowing YouTube. So after I finish the rest of the grafts on that Honeycrisp tree, then I'm going to do all the grafts on the White Flowering Crabapple, and then I'll probably drink a few more of these delicious beverages, and then go right back to weeding and planting delicious vegetables in the garden. All right, let me know what you guys think. Did I do it right? Did I do it wrong? Tell me about your experience with grafting. Clever stuff, clever words, hilarious words. All right, I can't think of nothing else to say. But I did want to let you know that I'm sexy and I grow it. All right. Also, and you too can grow it all, baby doll. Bye. What do you think about that, Dad?
I think some hillbilly shit.